of the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. It is time for 5A quarterfinal number 2 here from the KC Center Court. Hello, everybody. Alongside Laura Leonard, I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here for this contest. Laura, 1 down, 1 to go, but let's rewind the clock, shall we? Let's go back to the year 2013. That's the last time that either of these teams were in this tournament. Ankeny, it's been a while. Cedar Rapids, Washington, the same for them. Lots have changed, except for Wash. There's still a James on the sideline. It's just his son, not his father, who last won the title. But Ankeny has been to 27 state tournaments. So, Laura, you could argue this is a blue blood game.
Oh, I think it is, and you kind of miss that these teams have not been here over the last several years. You always expect them to be here year in and year out, and so you're right, some up and down, some roller coaster rides for both of these teams, and now they're able to get here, step foot on the floor, and play for a state title.
One thing that is needed to get here to be able to play is to have a key player, and each one of these squads have dominant players. For Wash, it's going to be Cece Doumbia, and for Ankeny, it's going to be Jayla Williams. These two are a lot of fun to watch. You've seen them warm up. What can you take so far from the warm-ups here, Laura?
Well, I think that you're right. They're dominant players. You have to be able to key in on them. You have to slow them down. You have to make others do the dirty work as well. And so if you can slow them down a little bit, slow the rest of the team down, you're going to win the ball game.
Let's tell you how these two teams made it here. The Ankeny Hawkettes won their regional final against Sioux City East. They come in with a record of 15-8. Jayla Williams, Ainsley Keene, two of the key players for them. For Wash, they're 18-4. They won Region 6 against Prairie, who was here last year at the state tournament. Cece Doumbia and Samantha Becker, those are the two names that we're featuring there. So 16-15, when you've got two double scores in the mid-range like that, it's huge.
It is huge, and it's so not just one player you have to key in, two that you have to devote your defense to and try to shut them down, and that's what's going to make Wash very hard to defeat.
And when we come back, we will take a look at a few more seeds to success, and we'll dive into this matchup just a little bit more here so we get you ready for basketball. From the KC Center in Des Moines, the 5A quarterfinal coming your way in just a moment. Ankeny and Cedar Rapids, Washington.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
It's the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Tournament. It's the digital network presented by Mid-American Energy here at the Casey Center. And the Ankeny Hawkettes, they're the road team. They'll be wearing pink today. They're on the left side of your screen, and Wash in white, the home squad. So let's look here, if we could, at the seeds for success, Laura Leonard, for this contest.
Well, for Ankeny, they're going to need to get out and pressure the perimeter, make it very tough to enter the ball inside. And if they can get that pressure, get those sight lines where they've got the hands in the face, get a little backside help, that's going to help them out. And then they need to share the basketball. They've got to have multiple scores, double figures. They've got to find different ways to score, and you can do that by sharing the basketball. And then for Cedar Rapids, Washington, aggressive inside. You want to try to pound it inside, establish that part of the game first, value the basketball. You can't turn it over against this Ankeny team.
That's a look at Samantha Becker. We'll be talking about her. She is headed to Drury to play, and then there's also Cece Doumbia, number 52 there in the middle of your screen. Other keys for your success as we continue our pregame show. But I want to let you know that those seeds were brought to you by Channel Seeds, your local seeds dealer. Visit channelseed.com. We're going to meet the two teams, the opening tip, when we come back from the floor here at the Casey Center in Des Moines.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools fuel strong futures. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate Iowa's youth while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements in each of their sports and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau helps our organization provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering from home, we all play a role in making our state shine. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season, and good luck.
Is an integral part of what we do today. We ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who participated in high school. Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. And at this time, please direct your attention to center court. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Ankeny High School and Cedar Rapids, Washington High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karina Romero, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us then in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Ankeny High School, in place of Kim Hines, who couldn't be here, it's Emma Meyer. And from Cedar Rapids, Washington High School, Please welcome Greg and Cindy Becker. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team reps, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation, and we invite you to enjoy the game. And now, fans, it's time to introduce the players in today's quarterfinal matchup. Today's team intros are brought to you by Hy-Vee. First, the non-starters for the Ankeny Hawkettes. Number 2, Emma Worley. Number 3, Jenna Hallbrook. Number 5, Allison Hawkins. Number 10, Briley Bach. Number 11, Callie Stoll. Number 12, Paige Hertz. Number 14, Aubrey Muller. Number 15, Ella Probasco. Number 20, Madison Peebles. Number 21, Peyton Peterman. And number 25, Emerson Hutchins. Assistant coaches for Ankeny, Gary Birdwell, Cody Kenny, Chara Aguilera, Peyton Fay, and Jackson Smith. Now let's meet the non-starters for the Warriors from Cedar Rapids, Washington. Number 0, Anaya Way. Number 12, Gabriela Pedroso. Number 15, Allie Sloan. Number 20, Emily Hicks. Number 24, Tashiana Fields. Number 40, Maya Wickham. And number 42, Nina Shaw. Assistant coaches for the Warriors, Joel Decker, Nick Shaw, Candace O'Donnell, and Leiloni Beard. And now, let's meet your starters for both teams. For the visitors from Ankeny, a 5'8" senior guard, number 4, Kyla Shepveld. And for the Warriors, a 5'1" junior guard, number 10, Jayla Strong. For Ankeny, a 5'9" senior guard, number 22, Jayla Williams. And for Cedar Rapids, Washington, a 5'7" senior guard, number 32, Lily Bell Barker. For Ankeny, a 5'9" senior guard, number 23, Ainsley Keene. And for Cedar Rapids, Washington, a 5'8" senior guard, number 44, Samantha Becker. For Ankeny, a 6' even freshman guard, number 30, Aliana Aguirre. And for Cedar Rapids, Washington, a 5'7" senior guard, number 50, Haley Becker. And a 5'11" senior guard for Ankeny, number 31, Reagan Baldwin. And for the Warriors, a 6'4" junior forward, number 52, Sira Dumbia. Head coach for the Ankeny Hawkettes is Nate Toby. Head coach for the Cedar Rapids, Washington Warriors is Chris James. Officials for today's game are referee Garrett Wirtz, umpires Travis Berkey and Chad Slagle, and bench referee Brock Yossi.
And before we begin today's game, we'd like to thank again our Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support. The two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting IGHSAU and the Iowa Girl. All right, Laura Leonard, now it's time. It's all done. All the fanfare, we've got the introductions, you've got teams that are not familiar with what to do here. There's going to be a little bit of nervous energy, I'm going to guess, early on.
You know, we even saw nervous energy in that first game, the opening game, so I think you're going to see it here. Again, everybody's excited, opportunity to play for a state title. Expect the first couple of minutes to be a little ragged.
Ankeny in their pink uniforms, and Cedar Rapids, Washington in white with red numbers. Doumbia tips it to her own teammate, Haley Becker, and Wash takes the opening possession. They'll go left to right on your screen today. Here from the KC Center on Monday morning, game number 2 of Class 5A. Up top early, it's Strong. Now Strong gets the basketball, now off the screen. They go back to Becker in the corner, launches the 3 and misses. There to receive it, Jayla Williams. Williams headed to Creighton. You're going to see a lot of her on the top of scouting reports. She's been there all year for opponents. Shatfeld gets it now, Williams. Pull back, step back 3, off the iron, goes in and good.
Well, got the friendly roll, but it looks like Barker is going to get the assignment on Williams.
Becker now to the right side to Barker. Inside they go, nice layup and good. Samantha Becker.
Good motion without the basketball, the backside cut, good diagonal pass.
Williams off the screen of Shatfeld, might have been moving just a little bit. Keene turns, shoots, and that one bounces off. Aguirre has it poked away, and Shatfeld's going to be called for the foul. So that's her first, team first, 6:51, early on, 3-2, Ankeny.
Ankeny, the last couple of times down the floor, looked like they were matching up. They're man-to-man, but maybe switching and match-up zone.
And Reagan Baldwin has the assignment, and before the shot is off, there's a pass to Strong. She's fouled. Keene gets the foul, and it's nearly stolen away by Williams. They're going to say it is off of Wash. When we come back, Laura, to the Wash side, right now it looks like Ankeny's trying to double up a little bit on Doumbia, right? They're using a little bit of Reagan Baldwin and a little bit of Aguirre.
Yeah, I think they're definitely paying attention to her down low.
Jayla Williams can't get that one to go, and that time Doumbia comes down with the board. Eyes up ahead, quickly down it goes to Barker.
You know, good read, though, by Williams. She saw Doumbia right there in the middle, pulls up and shoots that mid-range.
That might be part of the scouting report of Coach James. Nice under the basket attempt. It's poked away. Williams is fouled. They're not going to call a hold. That's going to be a foul on Wash. Wash can be, Laura, one of the notes on that we've heard about them is that they can be prone to commit fouls, and that can be a problem. Again, let's go back to that opening comment about nerves.
Yeah, and you just try to make that big play early on in the ball game, trying to do everything you can do for your team. Sometimes you get a little too aggressive.
Ball goes through the hands of Baldwin, and Doumbia collects the loose ball. Up ahead quickly, Barker with it, and she travels. Substitution, Allison Hawkins comes in, Ainsley Keene goes out for Coach Nate Toby. Hawkins headed to Central to play soccer. Shatfield with it. She's being dared to shoot. She steps back, hits the shot, no good. And good position by Becker to get the board.
A really good box out, and that's something I'm sure they have drilled a lot. Turn around, box out, put body on body.
Becker on the left wing in front of the Ankeny bench. Swing over to Becker. Becker goes back door and catch and shoot, no good by Strong. And Aguirre comes up with the loose ball.
They have been able to get Strong on the backdoor cut a couple of times, but get her too deep in. They need to get that pass to her a little quicker.
Shatfield being dared again to shoot. This time she hits.
And Doobie is not going to come out. They're going to give that shot up. Otherwise, they're going to have to adjust that defense.
Doumbia has really yet to touch the ball offensively. They finally get it to her on the right block. She powers through, gets on the overcommit, and gets the layup to Strong. Good assist there.
Good look, because it was not only a double team, it was a triple team that came in late and eyes up looking for the backdoor cut of Strong.
Williams lays it around two defenders for a bucket. 5 for the senior.
Williams is so crafty when she gets off the bounce, able to angle her body to get around the defense.
Becker drives in, steps through, and Williams just absolutely tied her up. Jayla Williams runs it 1-on-4. She tries to get it, just not quite clean to get it to Shatfield. It's a turnover on the Hawkettes.
They're certainly letting them run here in this ball game. They're letting them go inline to inline, and a lot of contact, so you're going to have to take care of the basketball. You're going to have to be strong with the ball.
You hear about the NCAA type officiating. You also hear about state tournament type of officiating. Everybody tries to keep it as even, but contact's usually part of that recipe in both of those tournaments.
And both teams need to adjust to that, adjust to the officiating.
Strong has her pass poked away by Williams. It was intended for Becker. Becker, their primary ball handler.
And you have to be aware of where Williams is at all times, because she's so quick, anticipates getting in that passing lane. That's where she gets a lot of her steals.
And boy, Williams, you could tell she was frustrated on the screen. She wanted to jump that pass. Back up to Barker, top of the key into Pedro. Now it's Strong. Ball's knocked away loose. Coming away with it is Aguirre, the freshman. And Ainsley Keene, who came back in at the last moment, at the last break, is passed it off to Williams. 3:45 to go, 8-4 Ankeny early on. Williams, step over three, that's going to be short. She thinks she was fouled or at least tipped, and the Wash fans are going to let her know that was an air ball.
You know, sometimes you force a few things, defense is right there in your face, and try to force the issue, and maybe they did get a piece of it, maybe they didn't.
Becker harassed on her way up, now the switch off. Hawkins gets the assignment there. Strong. Doumbia way up on the block. Baldwin is just buying her. And now the double, and now we're going to have a foul. Baldwin's pleading her case, and I think it's going to be Reagan Baldwin whistled for the personal.
Baldwin is coming in to help out on the double team. As soon as that ball is entered inside to Doumbia, double team is coming. She needs to keep that ball up above her head.
Doumbia's talents have been gaining more and more attention. Her improvement from her freshman to sophomore, now junior year. Williams almost gets the steal. Let's see what happens here. Boy, Becker is just having the darndest time, but she powered through. Way to stay with it.
She did power through that. That's a well-earned bucket.
8-6, Wash within 2. Baldwin, first attempt at a shot, is a bucket.
Williams realized that the two defenders were coming with her as she made that crossover dribble, gets it out to Baldwin.
Ankeny's hit 3 threes. 9 of their 11 points have come from the outside. The ball's kicked. And guess who kicked it? Williams.
She's everywhere defensively. She's got those hands going, the feet going, leaning in one way, leaning in the other way.
Full timeout called by Cedar Rapids, Washington. There's a look at Baldwin's bucket as we go to break. Hawkettes lead the Warriors 11-6.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
There's a look at the Ankeny Hawkettes, and we mentioned 2013 in the Open, Laura. The girls' basketball team has not been to state since the school split. Ankeny and then Centennial was started. Centennial's been to state. They've won state a couple of times. Scott DeYoung was the coach at Ankeny. Then he went north to Centennial. But Ankeny, this has been a long road ahead. And Wash, they won a title too in 1995. And their last title was in 2005. They also won with when Chris James's father, Paul, was the head coach. That's the last title the Warriors have won. Coach James and James are on the bench today. Had a chance to talk to Paul right before tip-off, and I said, "What's it like watching your son?" He goes, "I just love it." You know, he goes, "He's not as nervous when you watching your child, but you know there's nerves."
Oh, absolutely. It's but a quiet confidence as well.
Doombia's three. Oh, that's a pretty shot. Cece hits the big bucket out of the timeout.
Yeah, everybody concentrates on her down low in the block area, showing that she can step out and knock down a long-range jumper.
Williams into Aguirre, goes off her hands and out of bounds. So Ollie's really yet to have the ball touched on the offensive side. She's been there on the defense, but still Williams trying to get everybody in motion here for her team. And Becker will bring it up now.
Yeah, if I were Becker, I don't know if I'd want Williams on me the entire 4 quarters, and that's what's going to happen.
Williams tries to clear out. She just sits there and harasses. Doumbia in the paint, kicks to the left side. 3 on the way. It's going to be off the mark by Strong. And it's a rebound. Wash poked away again. This time Schatveld has it. Doumbia collects. The give to Strong. It's blocked by Williams out of bounds. It'll go back to Ankeny.
I think that ball was blocked, and then it went right back off of Strong, maybe?
Yeah.
It was swatted back right at her.
We had, I think, 10 or 11 blocks by Johnston in that first game.
Yeah.
I think every time I looked up, another shot was blocked, another pass was blocked, and Ankeny looks like they were watching that first game. Into the ball game for Wash is Tashi Fields. 11-9, Ankeny with the ball and the lead. Williams goes off the double screen. She just goes through, up over Doumbia, and Cece gets the board.
They're certainly setting up Williams to try to get the ball on the ground, get inside, maybe go at Doumbia to get some fouls on her.
She, too, can have some foul trouble if teams go after her, but you have protectors trying to, put her, coaches not say hide, but you put that player that's prone to fouls in the center, right?
Yeah, you've got to have them be that rim protector, but be smart about it, because when they get by that first wave of defense, you're the only one there protecting against the ball and the rim, and you have to be smart about how you defend down low.
Aguirre opens up, has it knocked away, gets it back, lays the under scoop in, and good. Ollie the bucket, and so now all the starters have scored for Ankeny.
Had 3 defenders on her, but able to find the opening off of the mishandle.
Entry pass to Becker is knocked away. 3 on the way by Fields is long, and right there on the long end of it was Williams. Long up ahead, Baldwin has it poked away. Hawkins fights, and then the foul is going to be on Ankeny, number 5. That's going to be Allison Hawkins. She picks up her first. Hawkins is going to Central to play soccer. Schapfeld's going to Central to play basketball. Sorry, I had that reversed earlier. But both going to go down to Pella.
It's all right. They're both going. They're staying in state. They're going to continue their athletic careers at a really good school down in Pella.
We're having a conversation here. There's no review, but is it a foul? Offensively or defensively? Right now, looks like they're going to keep it with Wash.
Because White had not obtained team control, it's technically still a team control foul on Pink. So
With no free throws. All right, so there you heard the official explanation. So since that was the 5th team, no free throws awarded because Wash had not had possession. Got it.
So team foul.
Team foul.
Yes.
Just making sure. Pedro has it on the outside as we're under 20 seconds to go in the quarter.
And we appreciate the officials coming over to keep us informed as well so we can keep everybody else informed.
Williams steals, goes the other way, and lays it in. 2 more for Jayla Williams. She now has 7. Our crew today, Garrett Wirtz, Travis Berkey, and Chad Slagle. Thanks to Garrett Wirtz for the explanation there. Becker spins through, has it knocked away at the end of the buzzer, and that's how quarter number 1 ends. Fast moving, 15-9 is the way that it ends here from the KC Center. Ankeny and Cedar Rapids, Washington. That's quarter number 1 here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Tournament on the digital network. Back in a moment with quarter 2 from Des Moines.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Banks know what it means to invest in the future. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earned trust. Iowa Bank's your partner through it all. All right, Laura Leonard, what'd you see in quarter number 1?
Well, I saw a lot of defense from Ankeny, and Cedar Rapids, Washington still trying to figure out how to get their offense flowing.
Hit a couple of threes, but they just haven't been able to get Doumbia in the game much. Keene, as now Wash jumps out in the second quarter, playing a little half court underneath. Good pass, good fake through, but just not finished by Barker. And Ankeny dodges that. Almost guaranteed 2 points. Aguirre, 3 from the corner. Off the long iron. Strong comes down with the long board. Becker now over to Barker. 2 Beckers and a Barker.
Hard to keep track of everybody.
Strong with it. That's Samantha. I don't even know a Samantha. Sorry. CC Doumbia there. Nice bounce pass to Strong for the bucket.
I think that's about the 5th or 6th time they've been able to get Strong on that backdoor cut. She knows when to time that cut, and her teammates know where to find her.
Because are you going to take a wild guess? You think teams have doubled up Doumbia during the year and there's been something open on the backside screen?
Maybe once or twice.
Aguirre through the contact is knocked short, and coming away with it is Becker. Barker on the right wing. Pulls up her dribble, Doumbia. Gets 2 friends real quickly. It's either going to be on Baldwin or Aguirre. They both jumped in on it.
I think Doumbia is so used to being double, triple team. If she doesn't have a clear path to the basket, she's looking to dump it outside to teammates. She is a really good facilitator from that post area.
Has that incredible presence on the inside. Back up top to Becker. Becker goes left. Off the contact, gets her own pass, basically. Strong tries to finish. Becker gets everybody up in the air, kicks it back out to Becker. Into the left corner. 3 ball coming and succeeding. Lily Bell Barker.
Basket. Number 32,
Barker
Lily
just floated
Bell
to the open
Barker.
spot. Doumbia did a good job of occupying 2 defenders as she was trying to fight for
Timeout,
position in the
Ankeny.
post.
Timeout Ankeny, 30-second variety here at the 6:14 mark. 15-14 our score. Laura, one of the things last year in the CIML, you and I see a lot of CIML basketball during the year. There's not been the dominant post this season like there was, say, last year with Jenkins at Johnston. What's the difference that Ankeny has to do not having played someone like Dumbia night in and night out in the league this year?
I think right now they're doing a good job. I think you do double team down low, but then you've got to be ready to, as soon as you think that she's going to dump it out from the post, you've got to get out and recover and get there and get into position to protect against the three-point shot that they just had right there. But Dumbia does such a great job in that post of occupying defenders and then knowing when she kicks it out, she's also setting a double screen or a screen so her teammates can get open.
Her screen is taking two defenders with her
without
even
moving. The last time it did, yeah.
Yep. Baldwin, they tried to jump her on the possession. Instead, there's going to be a foul out there on Haley Becker. Now, for Dowling, you do have two post players, the Mullers. I'm not shortchanging them. They're just different. 50, that's two of them versus the one obvious center that you have. I mean, that's how I see it.
She's your traditional post that we all think of, the five player that plays down low, where the Mullers are players that can float and play mid-range game, can shoot it from long range. So a little bit different type of the new wave post player, I guess.
Williams' three rattles in and out, no good, so Dumbia chases it down. Well, could you say the Mullers play like a former Warrior, Hannah Stulke? Not always needed as the five, but the four that can do. Hannah, one of the more famous alums in recent years for Wash, having a great career at the University of Iowa. Dumbia's three is no good, and that's going to be a foul on Barker as Schatfeld had position on that rebound.
Washington foul, number 32, Lily Bell Barker. That's her first, team second.
15-14, still our score here in the second quarter. Quarterfinal round, 5A girls basketball. Schatfeld thought about the three, instead goes to Hawkins. Now Keene waits for the screen from Becker, and it's taken away again by Wash. Up ahead the other way, Becker's shot. They're going to say that's a foul that time on Williams, and it is going to be a technical. I kind of wondered, the official was giving her the eye down. It was a hard snap down of the ball. Sometimes the officials will let that go at this, knowing the emotion of the state tournament, and that's
Ankeny foul number 22.
And that's going to be
Williams.
So Williams picks up the technical.
And a technical foul on number 22, Jayla Williams.
It's good timing on the block. She got up there, she blocked it, but she swung that arm through and got her on the head, and that's why the foul was called. Then the frustration afterwards picks up the technical.
Free throw is made by Becker, the first. Here's the look at the replay on the run out. And then the hard snap of the ball down. And the technical is issued. So Becker hits a pair. She now has 6. And Wash has a 1-point lead. So those are the two. So those were the shooting foul shots. Now come the technical. I'm not sure which is which here. So this could be a 4-point swing. And Wash is going to get the basketball with 5:04 and could have a 3-point lead depending on what happens with Becker's free throw. She hits it.
It's early in this ball game, I get that, but this could be a big turning point in this game here in the second quarter.
It'll be inbounded right in front of our location here at midcourt. Haley Becker comes over. She's got two Warriors to pick from. They go with the screen. They go to Becker. Haley to Samantha, the seniors. The Beckers, who are cousins to the Petersons from Dyke, New Hartford. I love Iowa relation. We know the Petersons. They won 4 state volleyball and basketball titles. Tied up Dumbia. That's going to be 3-second violation. No held ball, but instead a 3-second call.
Just so hard for
3-second
Dumbia to
violation.
move. She attracts a crowd when she gets the ball, and got to get her the ball where she can get it, assess what's going on, and kick it back out.
Hawkins, guarded by Dumbia, way out there. Now Aguirre on the wing. Ankeny's offense a little less flowy here in this quarter. Wash has done a much better job defending them out front here and not letting the ball get in. Keene trying to post up on Strong, but not there. Williams drives in, gets around, and she's fouled. And she'll get a pair. And I think that's on
Washington foul number
Dumbia.
52, Sierra Dumbia, her first, team third.
Williams
At the line for
just has such
Ankeny,
a
number
quick
22,
first step,
Jayla
and when
Williams.
she gets those shoulders around the defense and turns downhill, it is tough to stop.
Back-to-back games here at the tournament that we're seeing a future Big East player.
Into the game for Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Jenica Lewis headed to Notre Dame, plays
Number
for
12,
Johnston.
Gabriela Pedroso.
Jayla Williams headed to Creighton, plays for Ankeny. High-level talent on the court all through 5A today. As Williams hits a pair, she now has 9 into the ball game. Kyla
Returning to the
Shapfeld
game for Ankeny,
on this
number 4,
IMT-INS
Kyla Shapfeld.
substitution. Be worry-free with IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMT with IMTINS.com. Becker to Becker. Becker directing traffic. Gets help from Barker. Barker from the left elbow, good.
Basket by number 32,
What
Lily Bell
a screen
Barker.
set by Haley Becker to help Barker get open at the free throw line.
Back to a 3-point lead for Wash. Shapfeld 3, steps into it, rattles around, goes long, saving it momentarily. They're going to say it's off Ankeny and out of
Warriors
bounds. It was
basketball.
nearly off of Pedro. Keene just not able to preserve that possession for Ankeny. 3:42 left to go in the half. Becker drives and then is cut off, still dribbling. Up to Barker. Becker, cross court, Strong, through her hands, and she's on the ground, and it is a held ball.
Jump ball. Possession to the Warriors.
Jayla Williams had stepped out for just a moment.
Returning to the game for the Hawkettes,
now she's
number
back
22, Jayla Williams.
You take her out of the lineup and they're a different defense, and that's when you attack. Now, she wasn't out for very long, only a couple of minutes, but those couple of possessions you needed to attack, try to extend the lead.
Ania Way,
Ania Way
number
comes
0
in.
into the game.
And going out is Haley Becker. Wash with the ball. Strong's 3. Rattles around, no good. Williams goes up and gets it. Now she gets it to Aguirre. Aguirre drives in. Needs some help. She traveled once and twice. Just kind of got that momentum the first time. Got her on the second time.
Just so hard when you get inside and you get stopped, trying to get those feet set, keep that pivot foot, look for an outlet.
3 minutes to go. Wash by 3. To the right side, Barker. Now Dumbia. Dribbles down. Gets Baldwin right on her. Aguirre as well. And then that's going to be a travel. Baldwin looks at the official and tried to help out. I always like a player that helps, right?
You know, you're negotiating, you're helping out. It's, part of the process. That's sometimes there's an argument.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's agreement.
Life skills. That's what sports teaches. Williams. Cut off. Keene. Back to Shapfeld. Over Dumbia. 3. Good.
3-point basket, Kyla Shapfeld.
She has got such
number
a pretty
4.
shot, and you give her a little bit of daylight, she is going to knock those down.
Tied at 20 underneath. Becker was stuck. Aguirre was right there on her belt. 3 on the way, no good. Long shot comes down to Shapfeld. We're approaching 2 minutes to go here in the half. Aguirre swings it to Baldwin. Back to Aguirre. She'll take the 3. She'll miss that shot. Shapfeld tried to put it back up, and it's blocked. Shapveld, or a pass is tipped, and Aguirre just absolutely rips it away, and she's fouled. Not sure who they're going to get because there's 3 potentials.
Barker?
They're going to call it on Lily Bell Barker.
Washington foul number 32, Lily Bell Barker. That's her second. Team 4th. Returning to the game for the Warriors, number 10, Jayla Strong. Number 50, Haley Becker.
You hear the substitutions there. Under 2 minutes. Williams drives in, kicks it. Keene, 3. No good. Shapveld tried to keep it alive, but she put it right into the hands of Becker. Becker drives, gets through, and that's going to be a block. Keene is going to get number 2 on that contact.
Keene just a hair late trying to get over to slow down Becker as she had a full head of steam heading to the hoop. She was not going to slow down, and
at the line
Keene
for the Warriors,
just could not get those feet
Becker.
set and beat her to the spot.
Becker will get a pair with 1:42 in the clock stop. She just hit a bunch of free throws the last couple of minutes ago. She now has 9.
Into the game for the Warriors, number 24, Tashi Fields. And into the game for the Hawkettes, number 5, Allison Hawkins.
Becker gets another one here. Hits them both. So that's 6 free throws for Becker in this quarter. Little pressure coming. Ankeny gets it through. 2-on-1 here. Hawkins gets help. Now Shapveld. Ankeny goes over. That's going to be off Baldwin. That's going to be, they're going to say it's going to stay with Wash. Thought maybe Baldwin touched that last.
Hard to tell. Both players going up for it, but the official had a good look at it.
Shapveld looks to Williams, and she'll put it in all the way back into the backcourt. So Ankeny will have 20 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to get that lead back. Looking up at a 2-point deficit. Williams double teamed. Shapveld is fouled on the shot. So what's now, it looks like Ankeny's made an adjustment there, Laura. Once Williams was sensing the double team,
Washington
and then
foul
Shapveld was there on the pass.
Haley
Am I
Becker,
seeing
that's
that
her
right?
second,
Yeah, they're bringing up, they're putting the pressure up top, trying to trap
the line
up
for Ankeny,
as
Kyla
far away from the
Shapveld,
basket
shooting
as they
team.
possibly can, make it difficult to make that entry pass. But what a good look by Williams to find the cutter in Shapveld, and that's exactly what's happening. They've made that adjustment to that trapping defense.
Shapveld, who's had a great second half of the season. Coach Toby said she has just been so improved since the winter break. She, though, unfortunately for her team, both of those foul shots go unmade. Becker back with it. Now to Samantha. Samantha and Haley playing two Becker ball. Nice drive and not quite the finish, but Williams goes up and gets it. Aguirre drives baseline, cut off by Becker and then ripped away, then fouled, then again. You can't call it travel if you don't have possession, but they must have said that Aguirre had possession back.
I think she ripped it away at the last minute and then trying to clear herself rolled over.
So Wash will get the ball back with 40.7
returning to the game for the Warriors, number 52,
to go here.
Sira Doumbia.
Doumbia back in. Play probably going through her at some point. Becker gets a running start. Becker drives in, cut off by Shapveld. Uses the screen, looks for Doumbia, gets it to her. Back to Strong on the give and the go and the bucket. Jayla Strong, 10,
nice
Jayla
look. Strong.
No, Strong can beat everybody off that
Doumbia.
curl cut. She had a step on the defender, nice little handoff play.
Wash's biggest lead of the game is 4. Ankeny's going to hold for 1 here for the final 15 seconds. Williams drives, lays it up high, no good. And Becker gets the ball back. 3 seconds, 2. Half-court heave at the buzzer. In and out, no good. That would have been one of the highlights if that could have gone.
What a great effort.
24.
Awareness of the clock winding
Ankeny,
down.
20.
Took a peek at the defense, able to weave through it. and find the opening to
Here in
get that
Iowa,
last
we
second
grow
shot
corn,
off as
but
we
the truth is,
watch
corn
that
grows
last shot
Iowa.
by
Corn
Cedar
benefits
Rapids,
the entire
Washington
state. It feeds our
before
livestock,
the end of the half.
nourishes our families,
A
and provides
15-5-second
clean
quarter
burning,
for
unleaded
Cedar
88.
Rapids, Washington
Thank
gives
you
them
to
a
Iowa's
4-point
corn
lead
farmers.
as they erase the 6-point deficit they had after the first. We will step
Hy-Vee
away for a
is
moment.
proud
We'll
sponsor
recap
of
the first
Iowa
half
Girls High
statistics
School Athletic Union.
and get you.
Hy-Vee,
We'll look
where
ahead
there's
at
a
some of the other
hopeful
games
smile
yet to come here
in
today.
every
This is
aisle.
the girls' state basketball tournament
And
from
now for your
the
halftime
Casey Center
entertainment.
in downtown
Please
Des
welcome
Moines, the
to the
digital
floor,
network,
the
which is
West Fork
powered by
dance team under
Mid-American
the
Energy.
direction of Casey.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
But to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Health powers life, from the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted. Sometimes life takes an unexpected turn, like receiving a cancer diagnosis. At Mercy One, you have access to a team of cancer experts with advanced technologies and holistic therapies for the cancer care you need close to home. Our team will guide you every step of the way, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
It takes a village to care for a patient. From all of the various people, if you come see us, that you'll meet. Every one of those people, we try to get people that are committed to making that the best experience that they can do.
I think the breadth of coverage that we're able to provide, I think is unique. All of these different facets that all intertwine are what allow us to take care of the community the way that I feel they should.
At DMOS, we're here when you need us.
Cedar Rapids, Washington leads Ankeny 24-20. Yes, we know Ankeny's colors are maroon and gold, but they're wearing pink, so we make it easier because otherwise those two reds would be very, very close to each other. A little more of that cardinal side. So, all right, Laura Leonard, we're watching Got all sorts of stuff going on here, halftime presentations, but one of the things we have are halftime statistics, which are flying out right now. And let's take a look at them, which are brought to you by Sukup Manufacturing. Field goal-wise, Wash is 8 of 22 for 36%, and Ankeny right behind at 7 of 20 for 35. Three-pointer, 2 of 9, 4 of 12. The rebounds, pretty similar, offensive, defense. Steals the same, turnovers the same. It's not on there, the free throws, the foul and the technical foul, that 4-point swing, that doesn't show up in the score box unless you look really, really closely.
Yeah, and you look at just kind of flip-flop first and second quarter. Ankeny had a 15-point first quarter, and the Warriors had a 15-point second quarter and held Ankeny to 5 in that second quarter to try to build that lead.
Total points for the players. Kyla Shatfeld for Ankeny, 6, 9 for Jayla Williams, 2 for Ali Aguirre, 3 for Reagan Baldwin for a total of 20. For Wash, 10 for Samantha Becker, 5 for Lily Bell Barker, and Jayla Strong has 6, 3 for Sierra Cici Doumbia, which, a note handed to me, that is her first 3 of the season. Good time for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, not a better time to try to unleash it. Now it gives opposing coaches the opportunity to go, oh, well, you got a defender out there and make sure. So it gives them one more weapon for coaches to have to think about.
So teams have kind of done some. Let's talk through Doumbia, though, on her offensive side. We've kind of talked about it a little bit. Ankeny's putting Baldwin on her, and then Aguirre comes over to help. Sometimes it's 3, but it's that backdoor screen. So how do you sag off to avoid giving up that backdoor curl?
I don't know if you can avoid it. If you're going to commit 3 players to guarding Doumbia, you just have to get big and tall, get your hands extended, and then maybe get one of the off players. You got 2 other players that have to drop down and expect, because it is one player, it's Strong, that is coming back door most of the time. Locate her and try to stay with her.
One game in the books already. Johnston has defeated Ankeny Centennial, and that was our first game of the day. And for the Dragons, double figures from Daya Phillips and Kelly Kolb. Jenica Lewis added 13. That's also double figures, I know. Kinnitz had 8. Ariana Phillips, no points, but the steals, the blocks, everything was really big for Johnston in that game. The other half of the regional final. So the winner of this game between Ankeny and Wash plays Johnston Thursday in the semifinal at 10. The other half, Dowling Catholic and Valley, Waukee Northwest and Iowa City West. I think I've seen all 4 of those teams play this year. I think you've seen 3 of them. What stands out about, what are some things that we could watch in any of those matchups?
Well, I think, I always figure the 4-5 and the 3-6 games are always good ones. They're always very competitive, and I think Northwest is a team, again, this season that's gone under the radar. Nobody talks about them, and I think they're very good. They've got a lot of weapons, and they're just good defensively. Coach Powell has them playing very, very well. And Dowling Catholic, they're that engine that just keeps on going. They're just very good. They've got that, as you said, the Muller sisters, very good, nice 1-2 punch. So I think those are the teams, but Valley's sneaky good.
They are. Good, should be good here
and
in 5A.
I'm not even giving any credit to Iowa City West. I mean, they've got some good quality players there.
For them to come out of Iowa City, which have turned out to be a really good city for basketball. You know what else is a good city for basketball? Des Moines. We'll come back to Des Moines in just a minute. Half number 2 from the Casey Center.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. Smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
As we take a quick break from tournament coverage, all of us at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union want to extend our sincere appreciation to our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, for their continued support of this championship event. I'm joined once again by Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, who's here to share more about the special souvenirs our participating student athletes will be taking home this week.
You know, that's right, Aaron. Our incredible student athletes won't be leaving empty-handed. Every athlete competing today will take home a custom souvenir bag tag to commemorate their hard work and dedication. And for our championship teams, we're thrilled to present pink championship ball caps, a bold symbol of everything that they've earned. Athletes will also receive a signature ball, perfect for collecting autographs from coaches and teammates and creating a keepsake that they'll treasure for years. Each of these items is more than just swag. They're reminders of what's possible when you work hard and follow your dreams.
Brent, thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for helping make this championship experience so special for our athletes. Now let's get back to the action.
Ankeny was out on the court first. They trail in this contest, 24-20. This is the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network. At the tournament sponsored by Farm Bureau, the Digital Network sponsored by Mid-American Energy. All right, let's talk Ankeny since they're on the screen. I guess that's what we're supposed to do with television. What's Ankeny have to do here in the second half, Laura?
Well, I think they've got to get to a good flow on offense. They just got a little stagnant there in the second quarter and couldn't get the good shots. They were trying to get Williams the ball, get her loose so she could put it on the floor, get it inside, and they were shutting her down, so they're going to need to kick it out to the perimeter shooters. And defensively, they're still good. I think you're still going to see the double team, maybe triple team, but then you got to get out to cover up the outside shooters for Washington.
Wash is 2-3 versus state teams this year. They played Valley, Waukee Northwest, and Iowa City West early in the season. Also played Wahlert Catholic, which will be here, and Clear Creek Amana. So 2 wins and 3 losses. Ankeny had 4 wins against 8 losses. 6 of those 8 have come against Northwest, Waukee, Johnston, and Dowling Catholic. So brutal conference. And then you have Urbandale that's trying to play in that league too, and it's been tough. So
it is tough. It is, I mean, you've got to come with your best game every single night, and sometimes your best isn't good enough because the talent is so deep.
So Shapveld will inbound it to start half number 2. Her team trails by 4, 24-20, Cedar Rapids, Washington. 16 minutes to go for a date in the semifinals on Thursday morning on the line. Reagan Baldwin catches. The inside Shapveld, it's poked away. It's going to be off Shapveld's hand. And it'll go back to Wash. So no look at the basket really there for Ankeny, and Washington holds on the opening possession. Becker now to Barker. Barker into the corner, back to Becker, swung over to the left side. 3 on the way from Strong, no good. Dumba tips it. And Keene pokes it right out front to Becker, who had already retreated back to play defense. Again, Strong thinks about the 3. Yep. She'll now take it. Backspin, strong iron, no good. Aguirre, the rebound.
And they're giving her that shot. So she's got to make up her mind, and she's got to know right away when she gets the ball in her hands, shoot it with confidence.
Williams, Baldwin, 3, no good. Front of the iron. William, it goes off Keene and Aguirre, and it'll go back to Wash. Coach Chris James in his 10th season for the Warriors. He's a Cedar Rapids native. We mentioned his father, Paul, had been a long-time head coach there. Paul's on the bench, and Chris said, hey, well, he's a third-grade teacher. He had conferences last week, so 3-ball on the way is no good by Becker. Long rebound chased down by Barker. Becker wanted the ball back in the corner. I said everybody at conferences wanted to talk basketball. He says, yeah, and I got to talk to them about their kid, too. Doomba can't finish at the rim. Darn, those parents want to know about their kids.
What?
Williams drives in, has it knocked away by Becker. Becker giving Williams a little taste of her own medicine. Has Strong through the contact of Schaffveld and good.
Wow, was that a great drive, and now Becker a little slow to get up. She's hurt and slow getting down the floor, maybe turned an ankle.
Aguirre left open for the 3, hits the front of the iron. Keene will turn around, put it back up, a little short. She thought she was fouled. Doomba gets the board and goes back up. So Wash playing with a lot of confidence here in the second half, Laura.
Yeah, they are, and they're going to be down a player. I think we're going to get a timeout so Becker can get out of this lineup, get that ankle looked at.
And that is going to be exactly what happens. We'll step away here from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here's a look at the Wash bench, but Lily Bell Barker is not there. That's Samantha Becker, sorry, that's tipped off to the side. And Ankeny looks just, Laura, I'm going to say, just a little bit flat here in this third quarter.
Yeah, they need to find that spark, kind of get them going, and they need to get that one big play that will get a little fire underneath them.
Whether that be a 3 or a power 2 down low. Right now they got to play defense, though, as Williams tries to jump it on Pedro, who has it at the top, at the logo extended. Now into the corner, has it knocked away just for a moment by Williams. Jayla, who spent part of her life in Cedar Rapids, her and her brother Jason were in the Kennedy system for a while, and then Jayla moved with her brother before Jayla's freshman year. Cut underneath. Boy, good ball movement by Wash. Up top 3, no good. That thing was all but down. And Aguirre is fouled by Strong. Or by Pedro, sorry.
Great ball rotation. I mean, it was inside, outside, inside, and back out.
Jayla with it for Ankeny. Off the screen. Not there. Aguirre on the backside, and that's just been a little bit of mustard on all those passes to Ali tonight.
Just got to give it a little touch. I know, again, the adrenaline's going, but just a little floater, a little touch that's going to go right into the teammates' hands.
So Ankeny brings a little bit of pressure, and that ball's knocked away, and they're going to say Williams fouled Pedro, and that'll be the second foul on Williams. Actually, third foul.
A little extra moment to tie up shoes, lace them up a little tighter.
Doomba has it, and then 3 pink jerseys. Backdoor cut to Strong, not there. Keene throws it off of Doomba out of bounds. So Keene, that's like the exact same spot she was in the second quarter, trying to do the same thing. As there you can see standing in the back right now, Samantha Becker. She is still trying to, what looks like a cramp, trying to walk that through.
And with her out of the lineup, that makes a difference in how they rotate on offense and on defense, and it's going to change matchups.
Aguirre having a mismatch with Pedro down low, but they don't see her right away. Keene Looks for a cut, goes in on strong. Now to the corner, Baldwin, catch, shoot, score.
Baldwin has got a quick release, and she just floated into that corner spot. They found her, and she let it fly.
Baldwin headed to Waldorf next year in Forest City. 3 on the way from the top, banks in for Gabriela Pedro. Big bucket there to equal it up and extend the lead back to 6.
Yeah, that's one where you go, yeah, I was planning on using the glass all the way. Goes in, doesn't matter how.
Baldwin left alone again, front of the iron, no good, but Schatveld for the rescue. Williams dribbles down, pulls up left elbow, 15-footer, banks it, good.
There's another one, but again, a nice mid-range jumper, not trying to take it all the way in. Good read by Williams.
I think you said it early, Laura. If that's what the defense is giving them, take it.
Yeah, you don't need to take it all the way in all the time. You can go ahead and pull up and hit that mid-range jumper. What a pass. That was a blind pass.
And that ball's coming loose to Randy. That's going to go loose here as Ankeny and Wash were rolling up. And let's see. I think Lily Bell Barker picked up the foul. That's her third here. 3:52 to go in the quarter. Cedar Rapids, Washington leads Ankeny 29-25. Jayla Williams out of the game for just a couple of moments. So Allison Hawkins in. Baldwin comes up. Baldwin's taking a couple of big threes. So is Schatveld in the first half. She dribbles around. Now they set up. Oh, Baldwin thought about it. Hawkins has it go off of her defender's hand, which was Becker. Back into the game now is Samantha Becker, the senior, has worked through that cramp. So, if anything, gets a little bit of a breather that she wouldn't normally get.
Right. She's in there all the time and got a little band around that right at the base of the knee. So, we'll keep an eye on her.
Keene, ball fake, drives in. Cut off, up over the top. And that's a shot clock violation. I think I was in the Ankeny huddle. I didn't realize the clock had fallen under.
Yeah, it's I don't know if anybody did. That was one where they were just playing it out and didn't take a look at the clock. And that's something that you always have to do. Take a peek at the clock when you're setting up on offense.
Keene goes out. Williams comes back in on an IMT-INS substitution. There's a look at Nate Toby. He is a guidance counselor at the 6-7 building in Ankeny.
6'7".
Yeah. I was doing all I could. Doomba's long 15-footer is no good. And I want it to be known it's the person who's not the younger of the two of us that said it first. Or someone who has middle schoolers at home.
No, nothing. I just, I follow all the hot trends.
You do. You've got it. You've got it. Don't think that he hears about that.
I think that that trend is kind of waning,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Coach Toby on the social feed had posted a picture of some of his students. Baldwin catches and shoots, no good. Long rebound to Becker with some of the 6th and 7th graders, maybe future Hawkettes. 3 on the way. Nice, good-looking shot there by Barker. Doomba goes to work. She threw her left shoulder, but still found a way to score. That's only the 5th point for Doomba today. And Wash back to a 6-point lead. Williams, top of the key 3. Schatveld.
That's what they needed. They needed a shot like that and to get them going, and now it's starting to heat up.
Barker is fouled on the way to the basket by Hawkins, and we'll have a free throw break in the action here with 2:17 left to go third quarter. There's a look at that power back in by Doomba on the previous Doumbia, the possession before.
What a rebound, though. Boy, did she go up to grab that one and pull it in.
Free throw is made by Barker. Doumbia averages 16 points. She's only at 5 right now. Lily Bell Barker, who's at the free throw line, averages 10. And she gets within her average by a point, now with 9. Williams trying to create off the screen. Cut off, then she gets the double team Into the corner. Baldwin, catch, shoot. That one no good. Keene tries to keep it alive. Hawkins does. Keene put back up, and she's going to get a free throw, or at least a foul on this situation. That is going to be the 15 foul, so there will be free throws here. Laura, that was a possession not going Ankeny's way.
No, but great hustle on the back end of it. Hawkins keeps it from going out of bounds, and they get it right underneath their basket.
33-28, Wash with the lead, but Ainsley Keene at the line. Hits the first free throw. Keene's first point of the day. She's going to Midlands in Nebraska to study occupational therapy. Ainsley, a second free throw is up and good. So Keene hits a pair to pull the team within 3. Now Ankeny brings in some pressure. They get into the Lily Bell. Barker pulls it up, now to Becker across midcourt. Dumbia's there, they go into the corner, off the hand of Strong and out of bounds, into the Washington bench. Turnover. Ankeny just sped him up just enough.
Yep, and just a little too tall for Strong to go up and grab it.
Williams looks to the right. Williams drives in, goes through, and she's fouled either on the body if it's Dumbia. And instead, it's going to be on 40. So that's Wickham, who had come in her first minutes of the game. Coach James is fine. That's not on Dumbia because that's the one you want to keep out of foul trouble.
Yeah, you can't afford to have her out of the ball game. She draws a lot of attention. It helps the others get open. And defensively, she's just the deterrent in the middle. If you go in too deep, she's going to be right there to try to block your shot.
Jayla hits the first free throw into the game, Haley Becker. And Williams is going to get a second here. Misses it. She knew it from the get-go, and then she loses it, trying to get it back, and a little bit of frustration there. What do we talk about in softball all the time? Flush it? You just gotta, that's a play right there. You could see the frustration on Williams.
Yeah, that's one where you just go, yep, out of my grasp. All right, let's move on. Let's make the next big play.
So Ankeny within 2. Wash feels some pressure. Dumbia gets an inbound, gets the ball on the inbound pass. Now it's Barker. Now Wash content with taking a little clock. Nice backdoor cut and bucket for Lilybell Barker.
They run that so well. They get that back pick and then the backdoor cut.
Williams drives in, cut off. She's fouled by Strong on the reach in. Strong thought she was straight up, but it was the reach.
And they have done that all game. They've run, as you see that backdoor cut, they run a defender at Williams. As soon as she puts it on the floor, somebody's leaving their player and coming to help out.
Jayla hits the first. Many of the games involving Ankeny this year, the opposing coach, when you would ask, what the keys were, and they would always tell you, contained 22. It was always Jayla. She was always on the top of the scouting report of the defenders, and rightfully so, given what she can do. She hits a pair right there. Now with 14 and back within 2 are the Hawkettes. Strong. Dumbia is fouled.
Are they going to get Keene
They're
with
going to
that?
get Keene on that one, and she's pleading her case to the imaginary official on the right side. She turned away.
Well, when she puts the ball down on the floor, Dumbia, you got to try to take it away from her.
Dumbia gets the rebound and the putback from the left side. She's got that strong left. That's her dominant way. Teams try to force her right like anybody does, but hard to defend that play. Schapfeld 3. Hits it again. 12 points for Kyla Schapfeld, all via the 3. She's keeping this team in the game. Ankeny within 1, and it's stolen away by Hawkins, her future fellow Dutch.
All right, now you take your time, try to get that last shot. See if they can get Williams something, set her up.
Ankeny's going to have to take a shot here. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Toby makes his call. 10 seconds. Williams makes a move for the ball. Behind the back. Step back over. Hawkins, 3. Short. Rebound ripped away by Wash. 3 seconds. 2. Heaved. I think Wash thought that there was way less time on the clock. I think Becker thought it was 1 or 2 seconds.
You know, you give that a little less oomph behind that. She had 2 players, 2 teammates down, running free. They would have been able to scoop that up and go to the hoop.
So let's see what play is run here by Ankeny. Keene throws it deep. Baldwin heaves it at the half. It's going to be short. And Cedar Rapids, Washington is led after quarter number 2 and quarter number 3. A 1-point lead for the team from Lynn County. 37-36, the fourth quarter when we return on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
There's a look at Wash, their fans, and I want to make sure I get this right. So not only are the Becker twins the cousins to the Petersons, but that would make them the niece of Bobby Becker Peterson?
I think you are correct,
okay,
sir.
I got to get that right.
The UNI volleyball coach.
The UNI. So their father is Bobby's brother. There we go. And Wash nearly turns it over to inbound the fourth quarter. I love those connections. That's what this tournament's about, at least for me.
I totally agree with you.
3 on the way, no good, and Williams gets the board as Becker's shot is off the mark.
And that's what they set up in the huddle during the timeout. Wanted to get that screen up top and get Becker free.
Are you kidding me? Kyla Schapfeld has 5 threes, 1 in each quarter. She has 15, and she's just given her team a 2-point lead. Ball is knocked away by Williams. Becker somehow gets it back. Doumbia cannot get the ball in stride, has to wait for somebody to cut. She dribbles on Baldwin. And that's going to be a foul on Baldwin, I think.
And I think they're trying to body up against one another, and Baldwin's going to get called.
So that's on Baldwin, first of the quarter. There's a look at the 3. Or it's coming here on the replay. Schapfeld.
Yeah, and really good screen set down low.
Catch and shoot by Barker, no good. And Hawkins had it. And she withstood a little bit of contact there. To possess. Schapfeld again, are you kidding me? That one's short. That one didn't look like the other ones. That one's like, you know what, I have been hitting it. I am going to shoot it.
Yeah, and I'm open and then didn't realize how far away she was.
Great move to the basket by Strong, but the reverse won't go. Williams gets the ball. She's going to have 2 white jerseys, which means somebody's open, and it's going to be a cutting Hawkins. Now Aguirre, 3. Good.
Finally got her loose to get a good open look at a 3.
Ankeny now with a 5-point lead, 6:30 to play. Home fans behind us for Ankeny starting to make some noise. Wash trying to cheer on the other side. Dumbia doubled right to Jayla Williams. She's not wearing the same color jersey. That's a turnover. Williams coast to coast. Before the shot, she's fouled. And guess where Jayla Williams is going, Laura? To the free throw line.
I thought you were asking me where she was going to school. And I said, Creighton, yeah. Know that. Here's a look at where that defense was up top, and then the kick out and the big three.
Aguirre, the fourth Aguirre to play basketball in Ankeny. Her brother Rio and his team trying to get to state. They have a tough match with Waukee Northwest. That's the boys. We'll worry about that now. We'll take as we look at Wash here in this huddle right now, they take the timeout, Laura. They're down by 5, but the momentum train clearly has moved to the right side of the screen here. What's happened?
Well, for as flat as we felt like Ankeny was coming out of halftime, they've picked it up a notch or two, maybe even 3. So they've started to get things going a little bit, starting to pressure, get that offense flowing, kicking it inside out. Now, for Cedar Rapids, Washington, they have got to get back to doing what they did so well, inside out. Get it inside to Dumbia, have her kick it back out, or look for that backdoor cut, which I think automatically they thought was going to be there, and it wasn't. You just can't blindly throw that backdoor pass if you don't have a teammate cutting there.
I'm a sucker for the pass. I love to see teams move the ball, move the ball, move the ball. Wash did that a couple of times really well, came up empty, but you got to keep doing something like that, right?
Yeah.
A defense can't stay up with you if you can move the ball well.
Now, and you got to give those good fakes, lead them one way, and then go back the other way. Just have to be patient if you're the one with the ball in your hands before you make that pass.
Schatveld, who's had the hot hand from 3, it to inbound, gets it to Aguirre. Now Baldwin's 3.
They're hot from the outside, and they're going to continue to go to that. Everybody is confident towing it up at the three-point line. Baldwin's got such a great, good-looking shot, and they wanted to get her open on that baseline inbound.
And it's going to be a turnover right in front of the Cedar Rapids Washington bench. Ankeny down 6 has opened up an 8-point lead here with just under 6 minutes to play in the contest. There's a look at Reagan Baldwin's 3. Baldwin started her career at Perry, then went to Valley, and now has been an Ankeny Hawk the last couple of years.
She thought about it.
She did. She was supposed to do that because I was talking about her. I needed her to complete that thought. Williams goes in. Somebody's open. It's Aguirre. Oh, and that thing about near rattled down. The fans tried coaxing that down. They all held their breath. And Wash has a chance now to stem the tide and get some points back on the board. Becker with it. Into Dumbia. Double team.
They just missed that backdoor cut as Barker was starting to head that way, but then Dumbia turned her back on her.
Strong is fouled by, it was either Schatveld or Hawkins. Oh, it's Hawkins. Okay, that's her 3rd. Strong now with 7 points, the junior. She's their bulldog defender. Coach calls her fearless. I would agree with that assessment today, what we've seen on her.
I would too. You always like those little guards out front that aren't afraid to stick their nose in it and mix it up a little bit. They're aggressive, and more often than not, they get a steal defensively.
What do we say? Get dirty?
Get dirty.
Oh, likes to get that way. All right, Ankeny with the basketball after the 2 made free throws. Back to a 6-point lead. Now Ankeny looks to be a little more patient on the offensive side. Baldwin trying to find Williams, who's posting up. So Ankeny's offense. Whoa, and that's a foul on Becker out front. I've been told by an official if we would call hand check more, this game would change. And that was what we would probably constitute a hand check there. That would maybe take out some of the physicality of the defense and maybe encourage some more participation, as basketball on the girls' side for sure is starting to see declining numbers. Many people are looking at ways to get girls back in. Williams tripped as she tried to get through it, and now her ankle is hurting.
She's going to go off to the side, and, well, she gets the ball in her hands, but
Aguirre had it knocked away by Becker, and then Aguirre steals it. Baldwin, Williams, layup left side, good. 16 for Jayla Williams.
Well, she shook off that ankle injury pretty quick. Went in, took the contact, went down hard, converted.
Strong drives in. Keene cuts her off. Barker, good left side, gets under and lays it in. Good move by Barker. Now with 13 for the senior. The good 5-sport athlete, high IQ. She does whatever is needed, and that's what they needed right there to pull back within 6. Williams back to Baldwin on the screen. Aguirre, Shapfeld was open. That's not her spot, 2 feet. There's Baldwin's spot. She hits.
It's almost automatic for Baldwin. She wanted to pull the trigger a little bit earlier, gave it up, took a step or two to the left, able to get it and knock it down.
Becker with it. Samantha Becker being told to go.
Yeah, they've got to be efficient. They've got to score quickly.
The left-hand shot is no good. Williams gets the rebound, and now will walk it up. 3:20 to go, and a 9-point lead. William to the corner. Are you kidding me, Baldwin? Are you serious? I'm not, Clark. But Keene is. She puts it back in.
Yeah, they're hitting on all cylinders right now and crashing the glass and taking advantages of opportunities that they are getting on both ends.
Barker drives in. She's fouled by Aguirre. Ankeny's biggest lead right now at 11 with 2:59 to go on the foul here. Coming back in, Haley Becker, the glue of this team. She is going to replace Cece Dumbia, and it's a 30-second timeout for Cedar Rapids, Washington. Wash beat Prairie to get here, and Dubuque Senior. They played Clear Creek Amana and beat them. Clear Creek Amana to play here at State. Wahlert Catholic, they beat the Eagles 65-53 back on the 27th of January. Lost to Iowa City West. But Valley and Waukee Northwest, I love those crossover games when we get a chance to. But I like to see them more mid and late so we know what to expect here more at the state tournament.
Yeah, and I just, you know, it's been the power has been in Central Iowa as of late, and you get some really good matchups. But it's nice to be able to see some teams like Cedar Rapids, Washington, Iowa City West get here, have the opportunity. It's been a long time since that side of the state in 5A has won a championship.
The last non-Johnston team to win was the one to give them the loss, and that's from extreme Eastern Iowa, Pleasant Valley. 3 on the way and off the mark for Wash. Williams gets the board on the long shot by Barker. And now Baldwin is going to catch, shoot.
Well,
Laura, that net didn't even move.
It didn't rip. I mean, it just went right through. And talk about shooting it from three-point range. Ankeny, 11 of 28 for almost 40% from the three-point line. And that's what got them back into this game, kind of got them out of their funk and got them rolling. Sorry.
No. Strong's long shot is that's going to be Keene on the rebound foul. Ankeny on the year, Laura, shoots shoots 35% from 3. That's a great percentage. They're above that today. How many times do we see a team does something so well in the regular season, struggles to do it in the big stage here at the state tournament?
Yeah, and I'm going to correct myself. They added that last three-pointer, so they're above 40%. They're shooting at 41%, 12 of 29. And Cedar Rapids, Washington, 3 of 19 from three-point range.
All right, so foul on the play. Shapveld with the foul. That's her second. The 3 balls by Shapveld and Baldwin have been key, but let's not count out Aguirre's 3 was probably maybe what started this fire in this run here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's contagious, and you kind of get that feeling amongst all your teammates. Okay, you hit one. All right, I'm going to hit one. All right, you hit one. And it's one of those things where they just kind of pass it around, and everybody starts pulling the trigger from beyond the arc.
Becker with the free throw. It's kind of the Oprah effect. You get a 3, and you get a 3.
That's kind of what it's been like here in this fourth quarter.
All right, so coming off the bench is Fields, and so now Wash is going to bring some full court pressure, and they're going to allow Ankeny to inbound it and then drop off. I thought maybe we'd see a double team. We're going to see it more of a half-court trap here. Keene ball fake over to Williams. Quickly up to Schatfeld. Holds it. Now Keene has it tipped. Overplayed. Williams just goes in and lays it up.
And once Becker went for that steal, that left everything wide open and for Williams to take it all the way to the hoop.
You knew how that play was going to end. All right, Becker with it. Drives in on Schatfeld, and Kyla now with 2 fouls here in the quarter. Schatfeld with a three-point barrage. She's 15. Baldwin has 15. Both of them with 5 threes, Laura.
And that's some pretty impressive shooting, and what a high percentage. So between the two of them, 10 of 18.
Free throw in and out, no good for Becker. So now Wash down by 15 with 1:44. It is do or die right now for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're going to have to gamble a little bit, and Becker, I think, still hurting a little bit. I don't know if she's cramping up or if there's something else with that injury that happened midway through the third quarter, but they are going to have to defensively be very aggressive, take some chances, see if they can get some steals.
Free throw, neither one of them go for Becker, and that's huge. So Williams comes away with the board for Ankeny. So now Ankeny can be content to try to milk it, but Washington's going to try to speed up the Hawkettes here. And not willing to foul yet. And Schatfeld gets it. Shot clock approaching 10. Williams gets it over to Schatfeld. Keene is finally fouled with 7 on the clock. And 1:15 left in the game. Precious time just ticked off there for Cedar Rapids, Washington.
That's only the 3rd team foul for Cedar Rapids, Washington.
So the Warriors, this group of seniors, started 1-21 when they were freshmen. 18-4 here and playing in the state tournament. As Aguirre has it poked away, and it's going to be off of Becker's leg, and it's going to be timeout Ankeny, the 32nd variety. So one of the things I was going to say earlier, so it was about, you were talking about passing on the exterior, and the quick timeout makes me think of Nate Tobey's done this a couple of times, very similar to what Coach McCullum's doing at Iowa, calling the timeouts when things are going well. The other thing that Iowa does that I think other teams are maybe going to pick up on is this quick pass. You know, you'll see Bennett Sturt's pass, quick somebody, and within a second, I mean, you saw it last year at Drake with them. What does that passing style do for an offense and a defense?
It's the flow. It's the flow of the offense. I don't think a lot of people respect the bounce pass, and that's what you see a lot in the style of play that you're seeing at the University of Iowa. You saw it Drake last year in the men's play, that little pocket pass, get the defense to you, slide it in between them, and then it gives you the advantage because you've drawn a couple of defenders to you, and now you have the mismatch and you have the numbers to be able to attack the rim. But it's, you know, the bounce pass has kind of gone away over the years, and now it's making a comeback.
Pedro misses the layup, and then she commits the foul. No, I take that back. I think they're going to get Barker on that one, so that'd be her 4th. The pocket pass, yeah. I mean, has the pocket pass been around a long time, and am I just missing it, that it had been there? Is it a new thing, or?
It's not. I think it's been there. It just went away for a while. It went into hibernation, and now it's become more of a thing, and it's effective, and it should be in everybody's playbook.
Reagan Baldwin had the open 3. Her fans wanted her to take that 3.
She had a smile on her face as well.
Williams back out to Aguirre. 15 on the shot clock, 33 on the game. And stepping in front of it is Becker. And Becker is going to give it up and get the assist for Pedro to get her 5th point of the game. Ankeny now can hold it. Baldwin. Keene. Aguirre. Aguirre forgot there's still 3 seconds, and she just turned it over.
They've got. She goes, yeah, I forgot that.
She just pointed up at the scoreboard. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Forgot there was time left on the game clock.
Think they're going to give the freshman a hard time about that?
Oh, yes.
Becker will take it in, just let it go, and Ankeny comes from behind at halftime and at the end of the third quarter, and they win by 13, 57-44 here to advance to the semifinals of the Class 5A state tournament.
Well, what a turnaround for Ankeny in that fourth quarter, the way they were knocking down shots.
21-7, fourth quarter. An absolute outside barrage for the Hawkettes. Washington will finish the year at 18-5. They're going to lose Becker, the Becker twins, Barker, but they are going to bring back one of the very much high potential CC Dumbia's, only a junior. So as we have our final presentation, we'll tie it up in a minute.
In addition to receiving medals, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU, our Executive Director, Aaron Gerlich, and Basketball Administrator, Tanya Moe. Congratulations to the head coach and the players and all involved in the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors season, Chris James, head coach, and all the players and fans on a remarkable and outstanding basketball season. And now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star of the game from Ankeny High School, Jayla Williams. Jayla's standout performance earns her the honor of advancing her team to the bracket of the semifinal round, thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. Ankeny fans, your team advances to the semifinals and will play Johnston on Thursday at 10 a.m.
So for the third time, Ankeny's going to earn a chance to knock Johnston out of the win column, but Ankeny erases a halftime deficit of 4. They were trailing by 1 at the end of the third, and then scored 21 points in the fourth to win, 57-44. Jayla Williams, your player of the game, 18 points, 13 rebounds, a double-double. Impressive indeed. And it's not 2-0 there. 57-44 is your final score, Laura.
Well, and it was the three-point shooting that came alive in that fourth quarter that really got Ankeny over the hump and got them to build that big lead. And it's good performance all the way around. Team performance by Ankeny to advance.
Well, they hadn't been here since 2013. They thought they'd stick around for a little while with a win. Ankeny earns the opportunity to play Johnston on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. There's a look at some of the three-pointers by Reagan Baldwin. She finished with 15, 5 for Ali Aguirre, 4 for Ainsley Keene, 15 for Kyla Schapfeld. That's also a huge part. For the entire crew here at the Digital Network and Lauren Leonard, I'm Paul Yeager. Thank you so very much for watching. 5A quarterfinals continue. We've got 2 more to go yet today, then we'll flip it over to the 3A. Ankeny advances 57-44 over Cedar Rapids, Washington. So long from the Casey Center and the Girls State Basketball Tournament.